until he'd sobered up his crew. He then retired to quarters, put the rum upon his shelf, sat in his seat, put up his feet, and drank the rest himself. Ho! What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in the longboat till he's sober.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor.
Row in the hole with the captain's daughter.
Early in the morning.
And good afternoon. It is 1:45. Time for draw number 8 of the Pirates of the Curl-Ribbean Bonspiel here in Daytona Beach, Florida with the Orlando Curling Club. We have 2 games in this draw. We have on sheet B the Scurvy Peaches from the Peachtree Curling Association in Atlanta versus Peg Legs Plank Walkers with Peggy and the team from the Cleveland Skating Club. Along with our feature match here today, Alan Shaw with his team, the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria from Coastal and Orlando. And Skipper Me Timbers with Eric Mader doing the skipping duties for that one. Kind of an interesting situation here. Our crew that's normally doing the live stream is myself and Tom. Tom is actually the vice for Alan and the Nina Pinta Santa Maria. But the more interesting thing is our announcer, Mr. Brian Bird, is on Skipper Me Timbers. So what we've actually done is we have mic'd him up, and he is going to be our on-ice announcer. So we'll be getting a close-up first-hand view and description of the action as the game goes on. So we're going to get started here in just a second, and we'll turn it over to Brian.
All the way hard. All the way hard. Come on, give it a kick, give it a kick. God, I wish I had some good sweepers there. Fine, I think that's okay.
Not going to touch it just yet. Starting to slow.
All the way.
Oh, wow.
All the way.
Nice, Tim.
Oh. Nice shot, George. Good luck.
Nice. See, hard as you can throw it. Hit one of these. All right. Looking good.
my legs, my inner thighs. I don't know why. That's true. I didn't stretch.
Come on, come over, come over, come over, come over. All right, good shot. Great shot.
Well, it's hard to see.
That's right. Nice shot. That's never going to be here.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep, all the way, all the way. All the way. Perfect. Great shot.
Start!
Nah, way wide. All right. Yeah, it's still fading too. All right.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third draw. It is day 2 here at the Daytona Ice Arena. It's the 3rd annual Pirates of the Curl-Ribbean Bonspiel, hosted by the Orlando Curling Club. Yeah, it wasn't.
Nice shot.
I'm your host, Brian Bird, and we'll be taking you through the 145
You want to
draw.
draw in or go for this?
All the action on the ice.
Let's draw in. You got a backstop here. Anywhere in here.
Our feature match today pits the Skipper Me Timbers, headed up by Eric Mater from the Orlando Curling Club, against Nina Pinta and Santa Maria,
Yep. Swing it. All right.
headed up by Alan Shaw,
All right.
with a contingent of
All right.
curlers from the Orlando Curling Club in support. I'd like to thank our program director for his help, Jim Windsor, running the cameras. That'll give you all the visual feeds today. We have several microphones set up all over the ice. Both skips are mic'd up. So we should be able to give you some insights and sounds from the ice.
Yeah, I probably should give you more.
As to the strategy
I'm not sure what
that are goings on.
The plan B is if it's short, I want it to be like split the center line.
Wait only. Nope, nothing. Leave it. Watch. Yeah, no. What are you doing? No. All right, go.
And it looks like Vice Brian Pittard caught between two decisions.
you know.
Couldn't make up his mind.
I hit this one, it goes out.
Also on the ice on sheet B, we have the Scurvy Peaches from the Peachtree Curling Club in Atlanta
Yeah, I get either
against the
one.
Peg Legs Plank Walkers.
Now, if we look at, it doesn't move much going this way. So if you put it right here, if it doesn't move much, I hit this one, or if it moves, I hit this one.
And if you'd like to keep up with all the action on the ice,
If I
check
hit
out
that one straight, I can get that out.
bonspieler.com.
If I
That's
move that way, it still opens
bonspieler.com,
up. It still opens up.
bonspieler.com for all of the latest scores.
Good shots. I'm
Try
going
and give
to
you
hit
updates
either
on
of
both
them.
matches
That's
as
why, you know,
best as possible.
I got some opportunities there.
Yeah, I wanted to throw that. Good man.
As we go throughout the match, we'll introduce you to each of the members of the team and give you some fun facts about them. We'll try and set up an interview for later on during the match, hopefully conducted by Jeff Anderson, the timekeeper and draw master for this wonderful event.
Should hit it through harder.
The action today has been stellar all morning, just as it was yesterday. 5 draws yesterday. There'll be another 2 this afternoon before the championships
Good, what are we doing?
to decide the winners of each of the events. The A, B, C, D,
Yeah.
and E events
I just,
will be held tomorrow morning at 9
that's
a.m.
what harder. I forgot what I was doing.
We'd love it if you could join us for any and all of those
I'm trying to hit
broadcasts.
it.
We'll be keeping you up to date with the action.
But I knew if I hit the yellow, that was the right speed, the one on the right. But a little, yeah. We got a lot to hit still.
It's the Mater rink out of Orlando, currently sitting 2 as the skip steps in for his final shot of the first end.
Yeah. Go. Right there. Let's stop this one. I thought we could pull it over. We'll try for this one.
And Mater may not be happy with the result there, looking for a guard just to the left of center line, ends up a little bit further out, leaving the opportunity
That's my
for a
last
promotion
shot.
for Shaw.
I kind of want to make sure I get one of them out. Well, if I hit that yellow, will that green go out?
We won't be able to do that.
No? All right, I'll go for the middle one.
So it looks like the Shaw rink going for the straight promotion. And it's a little heavy to start. And it looks like it's going to hit the stone they wanted, but hit it just too hard. And it's going to be 2 points for the Orlando rink. Made her off to a good start.
We are.
And a solid middle guard on center for Jordan Cuoco. The Orlando lead. This opportunity, we'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors. In particular, Beasley Breakfast. Boy, that's a better breakfast. Stop by any of their many locations and mention my name. I am Brian Bird. And you'll get anywhere from 5 to 15% off your breakfast. Beasley Breakfast, it's unbeatable.
Yeah.
Definitely more.
Nice slow. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Gotta come back. Man, stop.
And this was never curling back.
Yeah, and this is definitely not curling back. Do this, and if you hit this one,
We'd also like to thank Hannigan's Hardware.
Okay.
Hannigan's Hometown Hardware Heroes. Give us your tire, give us your pour, your huddled masses, and we'll give you 15% off roofs and shingles.
Matt, I should give it up. Oh, it might say. Yeah. All right.
If you bump it, that's okay. So T plus.
Boy, with the fog, that's hard to see. Maybe you should have stayed on it the whole way. It just went a little bit too much while you were off it. It's all right. The line's there.
It was slipping too straight for that.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
It's not going to curl
The
at
line
all.
is there,
right
too.
here. Right at the broom.
And the shot from the Orlando second bird comes up just outside of what they wanted.
Yeah, give it
We're
some.
looking for
give
the
it
freeze
some,
or perhaps the bump.
All right, go, sweep, hard.
And we
hard.
have our first fall of the afternoon. Happens to the best of us. It also happens to Tom a lot more often than anyone else, so make of that what you will.
All right.
Fortunately, though, when you fall as often as Tom does, you know how to do it properly.
Same idea. Just a little more weight.
Yeah, it'll get there. All the way. All the way. Don't stop. Don't stop. All right, good sweep. Good sweep, guys.
Same shot. Line up.
Oh, it looks like Alan Shaw calling for the draw. Draw around the center guard, looking for the 4 foot.
All right. Yep. Up.
Shaw still sitting shot.
Yep. Bring it in. Bring it all the way in. All the way into the 8 foot. 8 foot. 8 foot. 8 foot. 8 foot. To the 8 foot you did. Nice shot.
And a solid draw there
Nice shot,
with them
Justin.
sitting 2.
Hey Justin, I learned from your 2 bad shots the game yesterday on how to play you.
Forward weight.
Here you got it. Sorry.
We got kind of reverse here, right?
Forward weight. And a good draw takes over shot stone as Orlando Vice Brian Pittard puts one straight into the square foot, 4 foot, square on the center line. That's what I meant to
If you
say.
hit this one, that's okay too. But you don't have to throw it that hard. If it's not curling.
And a shot, Tom Windsor coming down.
It's coming, it's
Looking
coming.
like he's just going to follow him right in, going for the takeout. Oh, but it's going to split the uprights. It'd be 3 points in football, but this is not.
We're going to try the other handle.
So where's your team from?
A little more weight.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio?
Yeah.
And what's the curling club up there?
Cleveland
Just
Skating
the
Club.
Cleveland Skating Club.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Use.
That's outstanding. I'm glad to have you here.
You know the original.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I was a member of the Peg Legs Plank Walkers, hailing from Cleveland.
Yes!
Got it, Carl. gonna hit us? Nah.
Get a roll. Nice shot.
And with the takeout and roll, Orlando sitting 2 and liking their position.
All right, right for it.
Shaw, though, looking for the double. Going to have Windsor come down. Hit first the top greenstone. Run that, hopefully at an angle, to the back greenstone.
Yep,
Which would send both ricocheting out of the house, leaving the shooter.
Yep.
And the Shaw ring sitting a couple.
Good shot.
And it's a good shot. They get one, but not on both.
First one is a little wide. Almost I couldn't tell you exactly where to hit it. The pros know exactly where to hit it.
Yeah.
That was sitting 2 and 3.
Mater calling for another hit and roll.
Yeah. It's not moving, so.
Hoping to pop out the Yellowstone of Shaw in the 8-foot and roll behind their center guard to sit 2.
You want to take mine out?
Get down towards the end of the second end.
Try to take your yellow out. Take his out.
Slide! And the line wasn't quite what they were looking for, so it'll hit out.
All right, so I just need a.
Leaving Orlando still sitting 1.
Yeah, but can I see it?
And Shaw contemplating how much of the shot stone they can see for a takeout.
Yeah, I won't have to throw it that hard. Yeah. Just gonna try and nick their green. See if I can knock it out. That's fading.
And Shaw isn't going to like the results of that.
Yeah, I got it.
He's going for the draw takeout to try and sit in the 4-foot and remove the Orlando stone, but instead took out his own stone and rolled just enough to really close down the avenue to get at that shot stone. Leaving Orlando sitting 1 still and in a good spot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Looking for the steal of 1.
Actually, let's get another one. Thank you. We got plenty of them.
So Mater's looking to put up a guard somewhere towards the center to avoid getting run back and bumped out of the 4-foot. And it looks like the shot hit a frost patch, which really slowed it down.
Yeah,
The stone is hogged, and the opportunity is there. It's a difficult run back, but
so yeah.
if Shaw can make this shot, it would be, instead of a steal for Orlando, it could be 4 points. And no sweep coming, not quite the line they were looking for.
Green. Oh.
And it ends up being 1 green and a steal for Orlando. The score now 3-0 as we move into the third end.
Now those are so tough.
So it's time to meet some of the players on the teams.
Yeah, and
Leading off for the Orlando rink,
you know,
Jordan Cuoco.
first one faded, and then
Been curling for several years and was at one time an assistant on the ice crew for the U.S. National Championships in Jacksonville just a couple years ago. Prior to the Olympics. Of 2018.
Nope. Want it out there?
For the John Schuster rink, not only won the U.S. Championship, but ended up winning the gold medal at the Olympics. Cuoco was there, helping out with the ice crew. Hence his de facto role as ice guru for the Orlando Curling Club. And he's been up early every morning and here very late every night, helping with the pebbling and the scraping and the maintenance, being the right-hand man to Dan the Iceman.
I thought that one was going to keep fading just a little more.
A little more.
The Orlando rink has to be happy with that. Strong sweep and a good draw from Cuoco. Leaves Orlando sitting 1 and awfully excited.
Off. Off. Don't you touch, I'll kill you. Yeah, you listen to your skip, young man. Especially if someone old enough to be your dad.
Stepping into the hack is Orlando's second Brian Bird. A often described moron and buffoon.
If you know better than me.
And friendly discontent between the teammates about sweep calls and non-sweep calls, as will often happen. But fun fact about the Orlando second, Brian, he in his life has never owned nor worn a pair of denim jeans. I'm reading here that he simply hates the material, doesn't like the feel of it, and refuses to ever let it touch his body. There's one word that people often describe him as, it would be fastidious. But we all have our own picadillos now, don't we? And he just overcooked that one, but it remains in play. Hard to say from this angle.
Right here.
Which of the two is shot stone?
Not sure what the camera will show.
Not too hard, but right here.
Well, Mater says it's Orlando.
So what do I know?
But what does he know indeed? Filling the role of vice gift for the Orlando team is Brian Pittard. Brian Pittard was a founding member, some would say the founder, of the Orlando Curling Club. Some 4 or 5 years ago at this point? Maybe even more. He also served as the club's first president and has spearheaded the growth of the game in Florida for more than half a decade. And not quite what the Orlando squad wanted.
It's wide open here.
About halfway down the ice, the stone hit a bump.
I mean,
As can happen in an arena,
he was just too heavy.
you get condensation that drips down from the ceilings. Ends up
Right
forming
here.
little
And just let it die.
mounds on the ice that can, should they be in the middle of the sheet, affect the play quite drastically. But it ends up bumping their guard into a scoring position in the house and guarding it up quite nicely.
Yep. Come on, go. Yeah, that would have been perfect if you had more weight. Yeah.
And Windsor a little short with that shot. Ends up as a low guard for the two Orlando Stones, leaving the hole open for a draw in for Pittard. Just needs a little bit more on this shot than the last one. It might be a bit too much. And in fact it is. It ends up hitting Orlando's back stone, knocking them out of shot position.
Right here.
Leaving Windsor with an open house for a draw. Trying to tuck behind the center guards for Orlando to really put the pressure on and get the Shaw rink into the match.
Yep, sweep it. Yep.
Now, for those of you who saw that, that was, I believe, the second time in.
I would expect you are going to comment on
We knocked you in.
Well, that's what I was just saying. That is now the second time that he has fallen during this match.
Yeah.
Dan the Iceman out on the ice, always checking the numbers, making sure that everything is going according to plan.
Almost, but he knocked him in. Yeah, but I am sweeping. I thought you could hit him head on. If he didn't sweep, it might have scored another inch.
So Orlando sits one with Mater stepping in for his first of two shots. Looking for a draw to bite the 8 foot and perhaps split the house, making it difficult for Shaw. Mater, a founding member of the Orlando Curling Club, has served as the board secretary for several years at this point, and has done so admirably. That's not going to do anything. Nice. And not quite what they originally intended, but they got the bounce off their own guard, and Orlando sits 2.
Well,
with
two
2 stones sitting at the top of the house, and 2 guards sitting about midway up between the top of the house and the hog line, really making life difficult for Shaw to access the inner workings of the house.
Right.
As a score update over on sheet B, we have the peg legs plank walkers.
And I still got another shot after that.
With a 5-2 lead over the Scurvy Peaches.
Hard, but yeah.
They opened the scoring with a 2 in the first. Scurvy Peaches tied it up, but it was a 3-pointer in the third end. That puts them on top.
Now this thing really folds over here. I can get back to this corner here. I can get there. Yeah. Let's do it for there. Let's do it like right where you were, right there.
It's not that unusual watching yourself and stuff. I'm gonna get a picture of you doing it.
That thing's not still open. That was there before. I'm just gonna go between those two to the left of that center screen. And try to stay on the 8 foot, anywhere on the 8 foot.
Older guy? Nick? I forgot his last name. I think it's Thompson, but I'm not sure.
That's right.
Get ready to sweep our green.
Just curved at the end.
And with Shaw hitting Orlando into a better position and knocking his own stone out of the way, it looks like Orlando sitting 3, leaving Mater to throw a guard and protect the points.
Oh yeah? Look what they do. Yeah. Just Because if it hit the outside of that one, it would have rolled in. Just. Okay.
And a high center guard from Mater, really putting the pressure on Shaw. Orlando sitting 3 with the hammer throw to come. Looks like they're going for a promotion.
Now that green's in my way.
But promotions are always tricky. Hit it too hard and it could fly out the back of the house.
Let me.
And leave your team in a real bind.
You know, because it curves so much at the end. That front green, do you think I'll hit that? I mean, it really. If I do a reverse. If I do a reverse spin, it's gonna stay there. Let me. Right.
Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but put on Def Leppard and he will dance.
Even if it hits that back green there.
Always put sunblock on a horse's legs. Any zoologist will tell you the exact same thing.
If I do, yeah, but see how much it curves so much at the end that if I'm over here, it's gonna miss that.
Yeah. So as
I'm gonna hit this sucker. Now what if I do a reverse spin and do it closer? So spin it this
Shaw
way,
and
like that. Yeah, let's try that.
Windsor talk over this final shot.
I just know it dies off so fast. So maybe if I do a reverse
of the
spin,
third end,
you know, and then
perhaps it's now a good time to tell you Tom Windsor has been part of the technical crew,
well,
bringing you all of these productions throughout this tournament.
Actually,
he's been the man behind the mixers and the microphones, allowing you to hear the action both on the ice and from the commentator's booth.
And from that's a real.
He also does medieval reenactments. He's a blacksmith, which makes perfect sense because in real life, he's a welder. So he pretty much just went from blacksmith to modern day blacksmith. And that shot is going to wreck on the top guard. And it is going to be 3 more for the Orlando rink, which will boost their lead to 6 as we head into the 4th end.
I did. I thought if you just nicked it. Yeah. And then when I hit, I thought maybe you could.
Yeah, as we continue on, let's introduce you to.
Yeah, I know. So I had to.
The Nina Pinta and Santa Maria squad.
Needs a little more on this side.
We've already heard about Tom Windsor, their vice. There's second, Justin
Oh,
Cirillo.
I go for 3
He's
double.
actually a part owner of the Daytona Ice Arena.
Good challenge.
As far as you can get it.
Dying. Dying. What are you doing? What are you doing?
No, it wasn't gonna make it. Don't put it in play.
Easy shot to make.
Just for his ego. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we guard the top corner. They get the house. Is that how it goes?
That's the way my last
The Rock is saves our day.
I know Justin Cirillo will be fine with that.
All right, we got.
He's very involved with youth hockey. Runs a lot of clinics and coaches teams here in Daytona.
All the way. I think that was a shot. You know, it was just. God, I thought it would come back.
Oh, it's killing me.
Well, if that doesn't, I just might.
Did you inform the other curlers that you're mic'd? Are you intimidating them with your ramp?
I intimidate no one. Have you seen me?
Top
I
12.
intimidate no one.
Yes! Off! Off!
Still moving pretty good.
It's gonna hit.
This guy.
No good. We're good.
For a second I thought I was gonna...
I know, me.
And it wrecks on the top guard from Shaw and ultimately does no harm.
Off, off, off. Off. Watch it. Off. I'll tell you. Good shot.
Hack weight.
Take out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hack weight.
got it. Ryan Bird stepping into the hack, looking like they're going for the take out. Eric Mader calling for hack weight.
Yes!
Sweep call is on. Will the line stay true? Curling at the last bit. Is it going to get a piece?
Take your energy.
Oh, it's going to miss. And Bird is not going to be happy with that.
All the way, all the way, all the way.
That weight was good. The weight was good. I'm going to give you a little more ice.
Maynard calling for the same shot, just a slightly different line. But Cirillo making it difficult with a top guard.
Yes! Hard!
And curling off at the end. Is it going to do the same thing it did on the last one? No, this time he gets a piece. Will it be enough? Ooh. It looks like it's a back biter, but the shooter sticks and it looks like Orlando sits one. And it's another guard from the Shaw ring. From Cirillo. So Mater calls for the draw behind those guards into the 8-foot. And the question is, did Pittard overthrow it? And it looks like he did. It just barely squeaks out of the back end.
I save energy. I save energy. Probably should have done it a little there, but
Shaw lets it go, but it ends up going out, no harm.
Okay, good.
Shaw hails from the Charlotte Curling Association. The Fighting Hornets, I believe it
I'd
is.
like to test my judgment on speed.
And according to our information, he started curling at 61 years old. That was 8 years ago. Still doing it strong.
The day before the Bondsville.
Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah, you might Curl. Slow. Yeah, something. He just wanted to make sure it wasn't a biter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I left it there.
Baseball style, and then we're trying to correct that.
Aha. Scurvy Peaches skip Nick Thompson there, explaining some scoreboard troubles. We'll see if we can get a word with him later.
Line's good. Still looks heavy.
Dying.
It's there. It's there.
Backstop it.
It's good.
All right, we'll give you a little back.
Nope.
That one, I think is, but
I don't know.
it doesn't count a thumb. So.
That's right. All right.
And a series of back biters.
That's right.
Giving pause
Now
to
we
the
can
two
just
skips
sit on
about
you.
whether the stones are in play or out. For a stone to count, it needs to be touching ever so much. It doesn't matter how little, as long as it is touching part of the house, it counts as in a scoring position. So we're here with Scurvy Peaches skip Nick Thompson. How are you, sir?
Slow down. It's coming in.
Doing all right.
Slow down.
How have you found the competition so far?
Yeah,
Slow
pretty
down.
fun.
Yeah?
A lot of fun.
Yeah?
Slow down.
Now, you come from the Cape Cod Curling Club, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. How are things up in Cape Cod?
They're very good. We just finished our summer spiel season, so we had the mixed men's, the ladies, juniors, and a wheelchair spiel.
That's outstanding.
So
Sounds like you have a big club up there.
Yeah, 3 sheets, 250 members.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Well,
cool. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Now, if I can get him out, and I hold the line, get him out with a 2-3. It fades. So I got to do a reverse, but if they're hard enough, you hold. I don't know. This side. From the game yesterday. No. It fades. Yeah. If you put them in the middle.
And we're using that same line, and they try to hit us. We're going to get stopped.
We're depending on you, man.
Some sound strategic thinking from Mater there.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm standing here with a sticker.
Talking about just stacking stones up on top of
Burn
each
the
other.
stone.
One team follows the other in on the same line. And if everyone hits their shots, whoever has the last one ends up with the point. Sometimes you just have to change things up a little bit.
It's over here now.
It is. Right. Even.
No. Let it go.
Just a little bit.
Take the roll.
Oh, a nice little guard. We can't take that out. Sorry. I need to. I just need to fade in. Right into here.
Hard to tell at this point.
Don't know if it'll do it, but it drops them.
Very hard to tell at this
I
point.
want to get it in, period.
Looks like a very measurable situation.
Let's go right here, I guess. And
Shaw with the hammer.
And maybe he'll drop
Could
enough.
draw in, although Mater's shot did end up putting a guard
Plus, if I hit ours,
just to the
we're-
right of
we're
the center
shot.
line.
If we hit my yellow,
Though it
we
did
are
bounce
yellow, that makes a shot.
one of the Shaw
So,
guards
either
out
way.
of the way.
Sweep it!
Finally, I get a chance to throw an easy draw. Nothing's easy, but at least I get a chance. I got to go between the green and the yellow and just place it in there.
And it looks like Shaw calling for the draw into the 8-foot, following the similar line as the last few shots. Try and end up somewhere center back of the house. Put themselves in a definite shot position.
Yes.
And Windsor calling for the sweep, but they're going to hit their own guard, and that's really going to open up the alley.
Yeah, that just took off. Let me see if we can give it more ice.
And with this opportunity, we'll take the time to introduce Peggy Holland.
So it was a good
out of
play.
the Coastal Carolina Curling Club, is that correct? As the lead for the Shaw rink. And how long has she been curling? 7 years? It's outstanding. And how are things in the Coastal Carolina Club? They're okay? Yeah. Yeah, every club needs members. Yeah. However, she does have one of the best shirts that I have seen this weekend. It's a curling sheet with a racetrack around it and the title Rolling Stones on top of it.
I've been a few curlers that like, but not too many. Very few.
Trying to guard and measure. See? Yeah. Mater just looking to plug the hole.
Right
and
down,
certainly not what
the center line.
Mater was looking for. It's going to give Shaw an open draw for 1, possibly 2, depending on whether or not the 2 backstones.
Yes. Yes. Hard, hard, hard. All the way, all the way. All the way in. All the way. All the way. Come on.
And it ends up being a moot point and a great shot for Shaw. 2 points for yellow.
Sure?
No, you're.
And the minimum 2 points.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. How do you get? Yeah.
And in actuality, 3 points. He moved the Orlando Stone just enough, so it's 3 points for Shaw, and we have a tie game here in our featured match.
3? Wow.
I take that back. I forgot about the 3-pointer in the third end. So it cuts the lead in half. So after 4 ends, the score is now 6-3. Orlando on top. Now for those who have possibly never seen it before, you'll notice that Holland has a slightly different delivery than the rest of the players in the match. For any individual who might have limitations to their flexibility, whether it's an injury or age or maybe reservations about getting down and sliding on the ice. It's perfectly legal for a player to use what's called a stick delivery.
I knew the track was there, but I could do it.
It essentially amounts to a handle, same as a curling broom handle with a little clip on the end. That clips to the handle of a curling stone. And Cuoco overcooked that a bit, but it's sitting in the middle of the back 12. And with a stick delivery, as you can see, Holland starts in the hack, simply walks out, and when they get close to a normal release point around the hog line, simply gives the stone a little push. Almost like a shuffleboard delivery.
Come on, curl. It's curling. Automatic curl.
Although,
with even no handle. Come on. All right. Good shot.
The more
Hey, when you get curved ice, you don't need hook anything.
ardent old school curlers might complain about any comparison between shuffleboard and curling. And sometimes when done properly, it can be incredibly accurate while being very stable as well.
No?
right at the end, see? You gotta think you're gonna miss it left. Like on mine, I thought we were gonna miss it.
And another overthrow from Cuoco.
It's gonna be a good shot.
Doesn't quite get the plan B takeout that we're attempting after the planned shot missed. So Shaw still sits 1.
No, watch it, watch it. I think we got enough. We got enough. Yeah, we got enough. Yeah, perfect. Going back, it's okay. Good shot. Hey, you do know how to throw a draw.
And the draw from Cirillo, a
I'm
good
only
one.
kidding.
Back of the 8-foot. And behind a guard to sit 2. Looks like Mater is calling Bird to freeze right on it, follow the line straight in. See if he can pull it off. Hitting it to Curl. Hitting it to Curl. Does it have the weight? Oh, and it looks like he pulled it off. So Orlando sits 1 on the edge of the 4-foot. I did not. We did the old stick shift. Hey!
Right here. That could be good. Let it curl, let it curl. Come on, slow down, slow down. Yep, looking good. Perfect. 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 Awesome. Woo! Woo!
And an outstanding shot there from Cirillo. Follows Bird right in. Does the exact same thing. So they're going to trade shots, and it comes down to the first one to miss. Well, that looked like it came out a little bit narrow. Can the sweepers hold it to get it past the guard? No, they're not going to be able to, so it's going to be Bird with a mistake, and Cirillo leaves Shaw sitting 3. And Orlando looking to recover.
All right. Yeah, and it doesn't, it fades here. Yeah. So I'm going to do it like right here. And
Came out narrow.
Get it over, get it over, get it over, over, come on. Hard, hard, hard. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. Great shot.
And it's a strong sweep to get the pittered shot to draw in right to the front edge of the 4-foot. Coastal Carolina.
Drive the button.
And Charlotte's Shaw Rink still sitting 1. But Orlando.
Yeah. No, off. Off.
And he's going to end up hitting the Orlando guard.
That's good.
And Mater looking to sweep that into it.
We're good.
Into the house, looks like it's about
got the
halfway
hammer
into the
whistle
8-foot.
so.
At least fully 12.
Yeah.
Not what Windsor was looking for.
Happens to pick one here and get it.
What a guard!
Back and try to draw in, you know.
And I see dressed in his full pirate garb is Dan Kalin. Complete with beard and handlebar mustache. Perhaps the best handlebar mustache I've seen in person. He skipped a team last year that did pretty well. I think they got to the semifinals or finals of one of the events.
Yeah. Get one, we'll be down by 2.
Let us work, that was beautiful, man.
Yeah, but you know how hard it is to promote. God, you know, I had a couple of guys that looked so good. You gotta get my weight, you gotta get it. Well, you know, I can get here. That's right. I mean, I can't hurt it. I'm not going to hit that thing hard enough to get in.
And a top center guard from Pittard.
Yeah, but it fades here. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, it's safe. That way it's safe.
Really putting Bird and Cuoco to work.
Off it next time. Yeah. We're sitting 1, we're happy, but I'm going to try to put one, maybe kind of squeeze it around. Well, it probably won't come back, but we'll see. I ain't giving enough. Yeah.
It looks like they were trying for the top or middle guard, but the stone is going to be hogged.
Yeah, nothing's got down this. We haven't used this side yet. Yeah, nothing's been there. It's like.
The question now becomes,
if we were on the other side,
does Mater have an alleyway to get in there and remove that? Nina Pinta and Santa Maria shot stone. Or will they have to settle for guarding it up, conceding the 1, and taking the hammer into the 6th end?
No, that's good. That's good. I lose focus sometimes.
I wanted it to curl behind their yoke and like offset so they couldn't run back. That was the guard that I was wanting. Because then you still curl past it. I mean, it's tight. Yeah. But I'm trying to play really conservative.
Same thing.
And it's
Same
another
thing, I'll
solid
get a
draw
little
from
more.
Mater. That shot stone of Shaw's proving to be perhaps inaccessible.
I can't do it, yeah.
And as we reach the end of the fifth end, it's time for fifth end fun fact. Our fifth end fun fact is also one of our sponsors. Alan Shaw's
Off.
Hog Line
It's fading.
Sliders.
It's fading.
Alan Shaw, your
Alan's
Nina
coming
Pinta and
back.
Santa Maria skip, has invented a slider for your knee, which can be particularly helpful to learning curlers who have a tendency to slam their knee down upon release. I know I was one of those. If you do that too often, you end up with a welt the size of a baseball on your knee and a substantial bruise that lasts a whole lot longer than you would like. So what he's put together is an almost ace bandage-like brace with a slider on top of it that goes around your knee.
You try and make what you're trying to make. It's doing no shots here.
That's absolutely true.
This is great. I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, I swear everybody who's tried it loves it, but I can't get people to try it.
Yeah, you can't get people to try though.
No, you know, but if I'm working on it and I'm going to send out emails to all clubs and just say, look, try it. It ain't going to hurt you.
And you're allowing people to try the Hog Line Slider free until November, correct?
Until November.
Yep.
So,
So check out.
You're the one I talked to about taking a couple of them and seeing if you can get some people here to use them.
Absolutely,
Yeah, we'll do that.
I know a few people in Orlando that would really benefit.
Really,
Yeah.
more-
Yep. Fifth and fun facts.
Thank you.
All the way, guys, all the way. All the way, all the way, all the way. Don't let up, do not let up. Come on, bring it in. Don't attack, come on. That's not going to work. Keep on, come on. Why not? Why not? Get it in, get it in. All right.
So the house ends up loaded up, but it is the Stone of Shaw that ends up taking the point.
You know,
Ends up being unremovable.
I mean, you could try
If you'd like to try one of
a real disaster.
Alan Shaw's Hog Line Sliders,
Nothing ever either was.
check out his ad on Facebook. Or send him an email, hoglinesliders@gmail.com. He'll send you one. You can try it free until November. And he is sure that
So we can get one and
once
two,
November
we can
comes
get
around, you're going to want to keep it and spread the word as well. So the score after 5 ends is 6-4. Skipper Me Timbers on top of Nina Pinta and Santa Maria. Updating the scores from around the rink. The Scurvy Peaches with a 9-5 lead over Peg Legs Plank Walkers. They are in the 6th end, just starting up. But instead we have handshakes. It is handshakes on sheet B. The Scurvy Peaches take it over Peg Legs Plank Walkers. Our handshake sponsor, we should get a handshake sponsor. We will have a handshake sponsor by tomorrow for the championship. I'm not used to sweeping with my right hand on the bottom. It throws my balance off.
Are you on the wrong side?
No, I was on the right side, but I switched my hands because my left arm is killing me. I'm just running out of power in my tricep. Right?
Yep. Let's see if we can hit it.
It's the triceps that really get the workout with the sweeping. And depending on your stance, your quads can also really take a beating.
He's usually short, so I didn't want to go for a takeout. Okay.
How's the weight?
A little less.
Sweet. Yeah.
Gotta come back, whatever.
Just wanted in the house. Nope.
Just biting?
Yep.
All right. 2 in.
And if you hit this one, it's okay too. But try to hit this one. All right, maybe we get them both. You got it. Good. That worked. Well. Good shot.
Asthma stream? I have no idea what that is. Oh, ASMR. Yeah, okay. Yep, I got it. Oh, you mean for the sounds of the rocks bumping? Oh, yeah. Yes, I got you.
Oh, man.
Line's good. Yes. Hard.
You wanted a middle guard, right? Oh, good, perfect.
Do it again. Let's get it.
You get your recording equipment over here.
Yes, yes. We get
ASMR video for the club.
we get some recording equipment. We record the sounds of curling.
Don't broadcast. Someone's gonna do it. Trademark.
Yes, trademark Orlando Curling Club.
Yep. Hard.
You heard it here first, folks. Coming soon, the Orlando Curling Club's ASMR internet stream.
Alright.
If you get the fuzzies in your brain from the soft sounds,
Take out to a draw. That's okay.
why don't you combine that with curling?
We're good.
The Orlando Curling Club has you covered.
Well, the weight was, totally different than the first one. Yeah. If you had the same weight, that would have been perfect. Yeah, it would have been. The weight. When you released it, I thought it was perfect. It was right on line.
Mater calling for the same shot that Bert attempted on the previous. The rest of his team hoping that he won't fail them once again.
Okay, leave it. It won't get there. Nope, let it pass. Nope.
A bit more than they were looking for, but it ends up sitting in the 4 foot, so Orlando sits 2.
All right. Yeah. Hit one of them.
The brush against the
Yeah,
pebble,
big-
like
big target
that kind
here.
of brush.
Oh yeah.
The pebble head, like if we can mount it underneath and that
Oh yeah.
sound, maybe like cleaning a rock with the broom might make a different sound.
Sure. Sure.
I mean the stones rolling.
Oh, absolutely. The stones hitting each other.
Stones hitting each other.
Stones rolling on the ice.
Yeah.
Maybe the sounds of some people sliding around.
Yes.
Yes. It's all coming together. Absolutely.
So should we?
Fine, good?
What are we doing?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I
Yeah.
want to be here for it.
That's a good question.
Sounds great.
Absolutely. Heading the needle almost. Windsor does get one of the stones he was looking for,
No.
but unfortunately not them both. So Mater's still sitting one. Mater calling for top 12, the same as he has the last 3 shots.
How's the weight?
It's all right.
Okay.
Sweet birds go home. It is top 12 all the way. Sweet birds don't even look at it.
You heard Cuoco.
I don't want to sweep.
He's calling it perfectly. And it ends up being almost the exact same shot that Bird hit on his previous. So Orlando sits 2, one fully in the 4-foot and the other fully in the 8-foot, guarding it right on top.
Yeah, I'm thinking about drawing in, but probably a takeout. Yeah, it's safer. Yeah. And maybe you get lucky in both. Or hit the back one.
And it looks like Shaw is still going for the takeout, but trying a different method this time. Going straight down the center line with a curl into the stones.
That's good. Needs a curl. Where's the curl?
Does he have the line?
Now it's curling.
It needs to curl. Is he going to get one of them? It's going to tick the back,
luck.
but the back stone hits the
It lost his hand though.
Charlotte stone and stays in the house, bumping both of theirs out.
We've had a bunch of bad luck bounces. Yours down there, mine, that one.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, you did. Well, what happened is it lost the curl up there, and then
So it's
right, when it was up there, I thought you were going to hit the top one, which would have been good.
we apologize for the language here. We are live.
That's Dave Horseman.
All respect to Dave Horseman, or as we affectionately call him, Papa Horseman.
We got to go for one.
2, 3,
Let's
4,
see where it goes.
14.
First one.
T plus.
Mr. Rub is fine. Get the roll. Get the roll.
So still not what Mater wanted.
Yeah, but
Pittard overthrowing.
It fades. So even if it fades down and hits one of
And-
these, we're in good. We're in good. We've got
Which,
back
if he himself
here.
has believed,
It doesn't move much at all.
we can now
Actually,
call
it
him
moves
all
the
sorts
other
of
way.
inappropriate
I mean,
names.
kinda like that. Yeah.
On air?
I'll leave that to others off air.
Yeah.
Check that box.
However, it's still Orlando sitting 3
Hopefully, try to keep the line.
with one stone halfway into the 4-foot
Young
and
man,
2
are you playing with us
in the
today?
8-foot. One of those 2 just barely
do a
touching the
reverse.
12 on the
I'm
outside.
gonna do a reverse spin and try to keep the line. All right.
Now you heard as sweepers were walking down with Pittard's last shot, shouting out some numbers. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, T, T plus. Those are all ways of
go hard.
gauging how fast the stone is sliding down the ice and communicating that from sweeper to skip. The higher the number, the faster the stone is sliding. So a number like 1 or 2 would be a guard. And 3, 4, things like that. Going beyond it, a great shot.
Thank you.
A terrific draw from Alan Shaw there. It's going to make Mater reassess the situation.
All because of my knee slider. I tell you, it's increased my accuracy by at least 50%.
It's increased your accuracy, yeah.
It has, I mean, it really has. If I can just get people to try it. And
Sure.
listening to this podcast thing, you know, just give it a chance. It won't hurt you.
Sure, sure.
But it's different. It's unusual.
Sure.
You say, is it legal? Yes, it's legal. Everything's legal. We're out here to have fun. And if you can increase you're actually 50%.
Right, right.
Wouldn't you have more fun?
Yeah, yeah. You have a lot more success too. But you also have not just the numbers gauging the speed of the shot. You heard T and T plus. Sometimes you hear hack or control or board. Those are your faster speeds. T meaning a weight that would, where the stone would end up directly on the T line, which dissects the center of the house, the button. T plus slightly beyond it. So back 8 or so.
Who's shot? Are you still shot rock? Excuse me. Are you still shot rock? Oh, I am? Okay.
And the shot also hit a bump, hit a mogul. It might have thrown it off. He had the speed.
Same shot. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And weights like hack weight, board weight, backline weight are all indications of where the stone would end up. Backline weight ends up on the back line, hack weight ends up hitting the hack, and board weight ends up throwing it all the way through to the end of the sheet where the board is, that borders it. Hence, board weight. For the most part, the terms of curling are all very simple once you learn what they are. Rather self-explanatory.
Oh God, I know. Yeah. I just didn't want to throw too hard. I didn't want to, but when I released, I thought it was good. It just slowed down.
So as Pittard and Mater discuss the strategy, it is Shaw sitting 1, but just barely.
Yeah. Release felt good. You know.
Well, you hit that bump too.
Yeah, that didn't help. Yeah, right. You're right. The bump. Well, this is the game right here. If they make the shot, it's over. We'll shake. If he misses it, we're down 1 with 1 good to go. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Nice making those shots. Good sweeping, guys. I was afraid it wasn't.
So Mater going for the takeout.
Did that reverse
If
curl,
not, it's a steal
down
of
the
1
line.
for Shaw.
I guess I have to come back and do this again someday.
But if they get it and can pop it out, it would be several points.
And I think I'll get
4,
Hal
maybe
to
even
be with me
5
to do.
for
Hal
the
couldn't
Orlando
make it
rank.
this year. Yeah. He's 87 years old. He's got to be fun. Right, Hal? Are you listening?
Down, boys. Got it. Yes. Yeah, boys. Woo.
And they do get it. It's going to be 4 points. And it's going to be handshakes. Fantastic game.
Great game.
Great game. Great game.
Yeah. Good curl. Great shot. Good curl. Hey,
Winning shot.
what a rocking shot. A good shot. Good shot. I showed you how to do it.
Exactly. You showed me a lot.
Get a picture of it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Pretend like we like each other. Oh, I'm missing someone. Peggy, where's Peggy?
She's the other side.
Peggy, down in front.
And Peggy. 1, 2, 3. One more.
Peggy, you're there. Peggy. Good.
So it's a win for the Orlando club. Eric Mader with the winning takeout shot. 4 points in the final end. And it's Skipper Me Timbers who brings it home for Orlando. They will move on to the semifinals. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors and all of you out in our audience for tuning in. On behalf of myself and Jim Windsor, we hope you tune in later on for more of the action here at the 3rd annual Pirates of the Curl-Ribbean Bonspiel.
To find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing